very exciting place to be. One of the things, obviously, with electric vehicles is the charging regimes. Now, depending on the amount of travel you're doing and the time of travel, you're going to have to recharge that vehicle. Now, hopefully, if you're going to work, you've got a charging station at work, and maybe you can put the pressure on employers to actually provide those at work. Back at home, it's going to be a situation where if you're away at work all day and charging at night, you're going to be paying for it. So the solar system that you might have on your roof isn't going to be such a benefit. But, that's the juggle that you're going to face in making decisions about your electric vehicles. Now, the other exciting thing happening with electric vehicles and storage is that the storage in the vehicle, if it's not being used, can actually be a support for the house. So you can actually be able to utilise in the future the battery storage in the vehicle to run loads in the house. That's going to be a really good thing, and you've got what's called demand response, where you can actually sell that power off to the grid at a high price if it's appropriate, if you've got enough power in the vehicle. So there's a lot of very exciting things happening in the industry, and whilst a lot of them are in trials at this stage, they're not actually out there. It's very close, and I can see at the time in a very close future where we've got a huge range of options for any of us with an electric vehicle. But in the meantime, if you're going to try and get an electric vehicle and you want to charge it from solar, you need to work out just how many kilowatt hours a day that you're going to require for that process and what time of the day you're going to charge it. So it's a whole design process, and any solar installer who's worth their salt will be able to go through that process with you to get some proper design happening. And obviously, if you can charge the vehicle from solar, then that's the go.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how people do that. Now, when you've got your petrol cars, you're basically going down to the petrol station once a week. I mean, how many people go into a petrol station every day just to top up as they're going along? How many people wait till it gets pretty much empty and just go once a week? I think most people go once a week. It's really interesting with electric vehicles. Some people are doing that, just charging it up once a week. And other people just, whenever they go home, they just plug it in. And if you've just done 40 kilometres or 30 kilometres, it might only be a couple of kilowatt hours that you're putting in, so it might actually just take a couple of hours. And whether you're doing it daytime or nighttime, Nigel, there's going to be a lot of very smart options out there deciding how we're going to charge and when we're going to charge. Because I guess the fear is that if everything goes electric and everyone plugs in at the same time, we're going to bring the grid down.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen like that, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. And I celebrated last month. I celebrated 5 years of electric motorcycle ownership. So I've had 2 of the zeros now, and it's really interesting how I sold my last petrol motorbike about a year ago. I've had 50 motorcycles. I never thought I'd sell my last bike because I thought, well, there's always going to be that chance I'm going to need it, and I hung on to it, and I got to 3 years of it sitting in the shed without it being used, and I went, right, I've got to get rid of it. And so it took me a while to get used to what it meant and what I could do and what I couldn't do, and the reality is at the moment for those people buying electric vehicles, you're going to have some limitations. There aren't charging locations in Australia everywhere. I've only run out once in 5 years, but I have to be careful and I have to manage it a little bit differently. But it's amazing how fast you simply adapt. And of course, the reality is for all of you, I'm sure, like everyone else, the vast majority of driving or riding that we do is small range, right? It's 30 or 40 k's. This gentleman was talking about a trip to the beach that's 30 k's. All of those things are very, very doable. But like Giles was saying, what's going to happen is the level of automation, the level of sophistication that is possible is going up at a rocket-like pace. Already there are many users out there, people like Brian, I'm sure, people like Stuart, who can do more clever things. At home, in my case, I've done my home like, how can I describe? So I could go out and buy the most sophisticated and largest of everything that I could if I could raise the money and convince my wife of all sorts of things which I can't yet convince her of. So what I've done is kept it small and kept it simple and kept it budget. I've got a very, very small solar system because I'm in a rental house. I can't do a big solar system. but I can squeeze every drop out of that solar system if I use my power the right way, so I manage my loads, I can shift my loads.